he does understand capturing the big play and the big moment and how to get the ball to the right guy in that big and to create that big play. He understands what an alert means on the paper when you get this coverage. Okay, boom, I can take it and I'll have this alert.
Wake up, tap in, drop a super chat now. Morning run go dumb, funniest in town. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. Hey runner, grab your coffee.
60 plus days out from a game, Georgia Tech, and you have 3 good quarterbacks back there. I'm not going to talk about a quarterback battle, but I'll say this: talk about how they've progressed and come along, and maybe some things you're looking forward to working on with them this coming season.
Yeah, I've been proud of all the jumps that the guys have made. I'll start with you because I think that's where it starts. But Ju's standpoint of just understanding the offense and now trying to take it to a point where he understands the defense. And I think when Shador was in here a couple days ago, working with him and talking to him, it's more so now. I think Ju understands who his people are, and he understands my mindset on what I want to get accomplished on the play. I think the reason why Ju was such a high rated quarterback because he knows how to do things to not lose the game. I think that's important as well for a quarterback position. He doesn't, in the games that he got to play last year, he wasn't a turnover machine. He wasn't, doing things that would put you in a bad situation, right? Like he was giving you a chance to go win the game in those games that he played in. He gave the team a chance to win. And so he does understand capturing the big play and the big moment and how to get the ball to the right guy in that big and to create that big play. He understands what an alert means on the paper when you get this coverage. Okay, boom, I can take it and I'll have this alert. I think he has to learn how to just hit the base hit a little bit more. He's understanding just like taking the layup, taking the easy play, not risking the ball. Not everything is going to be the big play. As a quarterback, you just have to be okay with chipping it down there until you can hit the cup sometimes. You can't always, you know, pull your driver out. Sometimes you got to be able to use the 7 and the 9 and you know what I mean? Like he's got to learn how to, just control it a little bit more. And then Keneal, I mean, he's still green bean. He's still a young buck, but that boy can drive fast. Like he can do a lot of things. He understands what we're trying to do on offense. He can play fast. For him, it'll just be slowing down, and that's any guy who just came in December. But he has the ability to turn the broken play into a big play with his legs. He can also, hit the big play with the throw. It's just him learning the structure of how to play within the game of a college game, right? It's not the same as a high school game. He's not going to be able to throw a D lineman off of him when a D lineman's free, and maybe
Yeah.
once or twice he'll be able to do that, but that's not realistic on every play. Like he's going to have to learn how to play within the confines of what we're trying to do on offense.
Nice. And what were some of the things you mentioned Shadur being there with you guys in the meeting room, and you had the chance to talk to him on the field. What were some of the things that you can share with us that Shadur helped them on?
I just loved his intelligence, his ability to look at a play and then to tell the guys like he never even went through the play, but because of his football awareness and his FBI of knowing the game, he was able to talk to them about like this is why coach has an alert here. This is why the read is this way. This is why you should think about the one on one. Okay, based off of what they're doing on the defense, but then like look at the receiver. How is the leverage of the corner playing them? How is, what's the situation in the game? Just really trying to give them I say it's opening up your third eye, right? You're not going to be a National Football League quarterback, right? And I got to give props to two from the standpoint of like, how many guys that are, disrespected in the way he was, drafted where he was, get put to be fourth on the depth chart, fifth on the depth chart, no reps, and then go in there and win games. You
Yeah.
know, and not on, it wasn't like they were 6-0, 7-0, and they just put him in there to go hand off the ball and manage the game. I mean, he's going out there making plays, making reads, and making it come alive.
Right.
So, that's where I say like a quarterback learning to open up your third eye, right? And see things before they happen, make things happen, anticipation, playing that way. that's what he was trying to teach the guys. And then, just to see his work habits, right? For the guys to see a guy in there running on his own, lifting on his own, bringing a receiver with him to throw to him, like, hey, run this route for me, do this, boom. And still doing all the techniques and working like there's a coach right beside him. I mean, he didn't have a coach with him. I mean, he was working like there was a coach standing right over top of him, right? And that's a testament to Coach Prime, his coaches in the past that he had, that taught him to be that way, right? To be a cerebral thinker, to be a guy who's not, skipping a step in his process and his development. So it was great to have him. I mean, it's always good to have guys that are actively doing it, right? I always say, like, I'm an old has-been and a cheerleader now. I can tell you what it was like years ago, but I can't tell you exactly how it is going right now from a field standpoint of being actually out there on the grass doing it. I mean, he did it. He felt that pressure, and he rose to the occasion. And so that's good for these guys to understand and see what it looks like.
Well, first of all, Coach, when you're beating 20-year-olds in ladder drills, you're not a has-been. You still got something. So let me tell you that. I've seen the agility and the footwork even after the knee surgery. You still got something.
I just tell you, it's a spiritual thing, man. Just where I come from. I was telling my son, they playing a baseball game, and they were playing an undefeated team, right? And my son's a pitcher, and he's like, "Dad, it's gonna be a rough game." Like, I'm like, "Boy, you ain't even played the game yet."
Yeah.
Like, they gotta see you first. Like, where I'm from, like, everybody got to see me. I don't care what your rating was, who your daddy is, like, none of that. Like, you got to see me. You got to get out on this field and see me. So I was telling the guys one day, they was talking a little bit. I'm like, I'll come see you on the ladder. Let's go. My mindset is like, I'm gonna go for broke. I don't care if I fail. At least I tried. At least I was in the fight. At least I was there. You know what I'm saying?
I try to tell Chico that with my neighborhood fight record, Coach. I'm 20-20, and he want to laugh at my 20 losses. I say, see, Chico, the difference between me and you, I don't fight just when I can win. I fight based on principle, and that meant taking some ass whooping sometimes because it just happened.
That's right.
Let me ask you this, man.
That was because you were talking so goddamn.
Well, I ain't say I didn't start all 40 of them.
See, that's
like I never said that. I mean, I started all of them.
Wake up, Captain, drop a super chat now. Morning run go dumb, funniest in town. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down.
Tell you something I tell people when I don't go say all the time, but when I'm moved to tell them, I share this with them. If I didn't take nothing else from Jesus, I took these two things. As a man, I took these two things. That as special as he was, unique as he was, and being the only one like him that ever was, if he had to walk off and go be alone, why I think I don't have to do that. Mm-hmm. If his friends doubted him to the point where he had to cry, what make you think I ain't supposed to cry?
Say that again.
And when you learn how to go be by your damn self for a minute or two, particularly when a test coming, and when you learn how to release your emotions, if he had to do it, what make you think I ain't got to do it?
That's right.
Better learn how to cry.
There's nothing wrong with crying.
Walk off. Staying put and keeping them emotions bottled up and get you in a world of trouble. Sometimes you just got to walk off. Coach Prime say out of all his abilities, to get catching the ball, throwing the ball, shooting the ball, running, out of all his abilities, his success is attached to his ability to say no and walk away.
So many of us hold on too long, and it's holding us back.